Gentlemen, we are lined up with amazing speakers. So please welcome our next speaker, Hassan Abbas. Hassan, he leads SKY47 as a CEO. He's here to redefine growth. So Hassan, over to you. I think we need more clapping, please.
Yeah, we could do a little bit more. CONNEX team, thanks for having me here. Fawji Foundation, the organization that I represent and I'm a part of, thanks for having me here as well. I will talk about the foundations that we need for us to actually deliver on the AI discussion that we've had with some of these great speakers before I came here. The foundational factories that will help deliver all of these AI initiatives, we need those in Pakistan. When you look at the 19th century, if you look at Dow Jones 1900s composition, the only tech company that was there, which wasn't even entirely tech, was General Electric. General Electric ceased to be part of the Dow, I think it was 2017, 2018. 1900, we had commodities, but the economies were powered by those businesses. The factories that were built on the base of the material that was provided by these businesses. Fast forward now, none of those companies is part of the Dow. Tech has taken over. We have an amazing group of people here. We have abundant human talent in Pakistan. What we don't have is infrastructure to support the growth that this country so desperately needs. If you look at the need for having these data centers, just like the previous industrial revolution was providing raw material for the economies back then, now we need data centers to process and store all this digital oil that we call now data, to localize it, and to provide platforms that all of these applications need to grow the economy. Have a look at this chart. Now, this chart I've taken from a very famous website, Visual Capitalist. So what they do is they come up with infographics to show how different areas are doing in terms of economy, finance, tech. So this is one chart from Visual Capitalist, and it shows the data center spread across the world. You don't see Pakistan there. In fact, it is, if you see where Pakistan is, the global share is less than 0.5% of the data center space that we have. It's actually 0.3% of the number of DCs we have in this country, as opposed to the number of DCs you have in the world. And I'll talk about that in a sec, why that's important. But if you look at the population of Pakistan, we are 3.1% of the global population, but we are 0.3% of the DCs. So there's a 10x difference there. So while we have the people, we may have the processes, the technology stack is missing, or it's not there as much as we'd like for it to be. Now, the other thing is the growth that we've seen. Now, this is not Pakistan. This is global average. We've seen a 5x growth in digital infrastructure that has underpinned the economic growth that you see from major economies, US, China, Europe, and other Asian countries as well. So I believe if we are about, say, 10 years behind, we are at a point where we will actually see an explosive growth in our businesses as well, because we will have the infrastructure that we need or should put up. Doesn't want to cooperate with me? Okay, well, there it is. So if you look at the figures that we have for Pakistan from PIDC, it says we have an opportunity of about 60 to 75 billion by 2030. We've seen a CAGR growth of 25 to 30% in e-commerce businesses. So, and actually you see that now as well. When you start looking at social media and you see other businesses in Pakistan, you do see a lot of them have actually moved from brick and mortar to online retailer stores. Just this past month, the amount of shopping that I've done online in Pakistan versus what I do walking into stores, I think there's a 90-10 split. The 90% has been online. So we are at an inflection point where Pakistan will see an explosive growth. So data centers are an absolute must for us to underpin that. Now, in 2021, there was a World Bank study that said that if you increase your digital public infrastructure by 10%, you could actually increase your GDP overall by 0.5 to 1.2%. That's a big number. That is a huge number. So if you increase by 10%, you're actually having an average impact of about 1% on your GDP. Just the next year, McKinsey comes out and says, by the way, that's with a lag. So if you have the DC now, you'll need 3 to 4 years for the lag to start showing in the economic progress that you'll see for your country. The next year, McKinsey comes out, and McKinsey says that if you localize that same infrastructure, if you have foreign clouds, but you start localizing those clouds to your local country within the boundary and have a sovereign cloud for that matter, you will enhance the efficiency and increase your business productivity by 25 to 30% for digital businesses. So that's a big factor to consider when you start looking at local residency of data. So all of these businesses that you have here, in some shape or form, are moving towards AI and cloud migration and DCs. But everything that is going to deliver the results is actually going to be based off of the great people, the processes, and the technology that is going to underpin this growth. So what we've done now is we've looked at that as a challenge. We saw the landscape, and we decided that, you know what, we need to build the best data centers that will help grow the economy as a whole. You see, you have different kinds of organizations. You will have performance-driven organizations. You'll have purpose-driven organizations as well. And our sense of purpose is to help Pakistan and all the businesses grow by providing world-class data centers to the country. I'd like to keep it short and sweet, only 5-10 minutes, just to reiterate the fact that DCs are a must, infrastructure spend is a must, and all the businesses that you will see grow in the coming years will be in some shape or form related to or relying on or working with the tech space. So the professor before me also talked about AI. When you put AI to good use, it can deliver good results. But Shirazi Saab was very articulate in his point as well, that if you just spend on AI just for the heck of AI, then obviously you'll not see the results. But I think we have the second mover advantage in this case, because we don't just do it just because everybody else has done it. So I think as a nation, we are better suited to take advantage of AI in this case than be the first ones and just start. That's all from my side. If you have any questions, happy to answer.
Hassan?
Yeah. Yep. Can't see.
Yeah, I have a question.
There are questions.
Yeah, hi. My name is Tazeen. I'm from Jazz. So
Jazz.
I am quite curious to know, how do you propose to make this commercially viable with the current power tariff?
It's a good question. Before I moved back to Pakistan, I was running data centers outside as well, and the power cost that we had, we were selling power to Microsoft and Google for 3 cents. Here, the power cost is more than 10 cents. I think your 15 cents is what we're looking at,
Correct.
which is quite high.
Yeah.
And I agree. But the other thing is data localization as well. So obviously, latency, security issues, cloud policy that's coming up as well, because we're working with the ministry on the cloud policy also. Couple of things. Renewable energy. If you look at solar, solar is going to drive your cost down to 6 cents. It's 6.5 cents per unit of energy. So that is one. Wind is another one. So if you have an energy mix, your basket cost starts to go down. And then what you do is you give that benefit to your customers as well. Unfortunately, at the moment, and since you mentioned Jazz, your facilities are all in areas where power is a big issue. What we are doing now is to have a mix of solar, wind, and the other tariffs to bring the cost down. It won't be 3 cents though, because 3 is very low. Yeah. Any more questions?
Any other question? No, we are all good. Thank you very much, Hassan. Would you like to stay on the stage? We have a memento for you. May I request Hassan Adnan. Hassan, can you please join us on the stage to present this PSTD memento to our esteemed guest?
I've already met you. Yes.
So, from Hassan Adnan to Hassan Abbas.
Yes. I will. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hassan.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah.